Oh dear, we made this with a map mod, didn't we?
Yeah.
One sec. Okay, so I'm going to take this opportunity. Tilo, by the way, guys, awesome guy that he is. Also specifically offered to come step in so I could go grab some breakfast / lunch. I'm gonna put the camera on you, Zombie Grub. For those watching the stream, this unfortunately means there will be some white sensor bars sometimes because the overlay sometimes goofs up like that. But don't worry, once I sit back down, we'll get that fixed. So I leave it to you, Zombie Grub and Tilo. Be right back.
Okay then. All right.
Right.
Yeah. In the bottom left on Neo Emerald Plaza, it's the Red Zerg Liquid Snute. I'll take that one.
And in the top right, of course, we do have Liquid Bunny as a blue Terran. How many times are you gonna have to say that in this best of 69? Like at some point, you should maybe just record the voice and like play it in.
Of the introductions?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
I mean, I feel after like the game maybe like 33, it's gonna be like there's this guy and there's that guy. All right, then let's go.
Yeah, let's get it over with, please. Anyway, Bunny actually making a little bit of a mistake. No, I think his barracks and his wall is a little bit misplaced.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know.
I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can drop the add-on there. But well, that's the thing. Like I was talking about, I think for Terran it's gonna be harder and harder not to like make tiny mistakes like that. But Zerg, the overall like start and base building and everything is easier. Just creep spread is gonna probably start sucking for Snute after a while. So that's gonna be the issue Zerg is gonna have to deal with.
Probably. Neo Emerald Plaza, we have casted this. Yes, I do remember now what this was. So this is the one that kind of looks like it doesn't. It has like an abusive natural. I don't know a better way to phrase this. But basically, like where Snoot's taking his natural, you think like, oh, there's two entrances into the natural. That's like that could maybe mess up in a couple of the other matchups. Well, actually, there are rocks, I believe, somewhere that you actually can't get in. Oh my god, where are they? Oh, right, yeah. So all the way back on the base, man, for Bunny, there's rocks stopping him from getting into that backside of the map to Snoot's natural to take care of this ramp. So it's not as open as it looks. Yeah, exactly. Like, you gotta go the entire map to see where it's cut off.
And also, you do have a rock tower at that second entrance at the natural you can kill on top of that as well.
Yeah, and I guess if someone was really gonna try and break down the rocks that are right there really quickly, maybe some kind of Protosolid or something, but if that's not the case, then that could be a pretty well-protected third until those rocks come down, because your other option is these other rocks you have to break down to get the third. It's like, I don't think you're gonna do that. Yeah,
I think the sickest thing for Terran on this map would probably be a tank push, like this kind of marine tank style of 2-base. Because this cliff next to the natural is really, really juicy for that, and you could like threaten the natural and the third at the same time. So yeah. I think that might be like really strong for Bunny, but it's so hard to make a judgment like that when you really have played on the maps.
Though, Bunny, I don't know if you saw, but on a couple of the maps that Moonlight Madness, was like another Team Liquid contest map, Bunny did go for tanks, and it is surprising because Heart of the Storm, it's very not tank heavy versus Zerg, and he just decided like I see an opportunity to abuse right here, I'm gonna go for tanks. So he might do it here, especially considering that the last about 7 games, I don't even know anymore. He's just been doing almost the same exact thing every single game and getting slapped down by Bunny when it comes to the mid or late game. So changing it up now might be the way to go.
Well, it looks like more of a standard opening by Bunny, though. He's going 3cc behind this, getting a starport. So, and he's noticing everything with his Overlord, which is like one of the big disadvantages of going 3 Reaper build. You have like no way to shut down Circulation at all. Looks like just Hellbat pressure, or is that gonna be a Banshee?
That might just be a Viking.
Oh yeah.
No, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the the cloakless Banshee that he did on the last map, I believe, as well. So just that tech lab. Yeah, I guess that's what it's gonna be. All right, so the cloakless Banshee is kind of like a safety Banshee, in my opinion. Like you can be aggressive with it. It's just not gonna be as effective as if you have a cloak. So it's just going to be very effective if they're going for a roach push, which Snute was doing in the earlier games, but not for the last like 10 or so.
Yeah, this is a very safe build. Like, I think this is actually kind of bad for Bunny, because Snute is just going full eco mode. And what I would like to see Bunny do is actually go like kind of aggressive from here on. Like if he would drop an armory now and just keep making, if you have like 10 Hellions and 2 Banshees, I think that could surprise Snute a little bit if he would deviate like that, rather than just going, because you kind of show like the safe build that is kind of easy for Zerg to deal with. But then if you transition into something hyper aggressive, it could work out really well. But I think Bunny is just going for a solid follow-up here.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, besides the initial reaction at third base, which... oh, he did break down those rocks. Okay. So besides the initial, like, okay, the third base... oh, no, it isn't. It isn't actually reachable right now. So to figure out the map at first. What else does this map really have? I would say that it has a pretty short rush distance to your opponent's third base once you break down these rocks that are protecting it, which has got to be Bunny's next plan as he gets in the mid-game.
Yeah. Looking at the map, it looks actually more like a mech map for Terran. Because you could secure your third before the opponent can really take down your rocks. And then you can just protect the rocks with tanks. So it wouldn't really come too much into play that you can like backdoor like that. But Bunny is going for bio here, obviously. And still, I'd say overall it's probably a map that is pretty decent for Terran. Just because it's pretty short.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. There was another similar map in this Team Liquid Contest map pool that was pretty similar to this, just like a very short rush distance. Just that, you know, Bunny hasn't gone mech at all this series. Apparently he doesn't really like it that much, and if he didn't actually check the map out and realize that you can't get to the third as easily as if you could, then he wouldn't have really known that you could have gotten that really safe third CC.
Yeah, overall Bunny is not really fond of mech, because he just doesn't enjoy playing it so much, because he's like one of those people who's very mechanical, you know, likes to shine with his micro, and mech is more, it can be interesting, but it's more who has better decision making rather than mechanical skill, and that's a little bit boring to Bunny sometimes. So he prefers bio, and well, Snute looking pretty solid in this match again. He's gonna have a healthy Muta counter really early, not really being contested. So I think Bunny is not gonna be able to be aggressive for quite some time. Like he's gonna try to posture, but I don't really see him having the edge to like really deal damage.
I gotta control the camera while I eat, by the way, so
Okay.
just let you know.
So you are controlling the camera?
Yep.
Alright then.
But I'm eating still, sorry.
I'll take it. Alright, cool. So yeah, the faster mutas, I don't know if you're watching, but for a while there, for like 8 games or so, he was going for much later mutas, and sometimes it would bite him in the butt. You know, they'd be like 15-minute mutas, and he could drop everywhere. And then like the last game, he started going for the mutas before ground upgrades. So doing that again here, I think he's really realizing that if he can ever get the muta control, Bunny does start to fall apart.
Well, actually, it's interesting that Snute doesn't have any Evo chambers at all. I think he's just going all in from here.
I wondered about that, right? Like, I guess I was like wondering because he's getting +1 flyer attack, but it looks like it's going to pair up kind of well with the Centrifugal hooks.
Yeah. Like, because Bunny's already starting this 2-2, when you start your Evos now, it's it's gonna be a problem. So, I wonder if he just forgot it, but maybe he's just gonna max out. Like, he has so much money in his bank as well, I don't know.
No supply block, and it does start the Evo chambers. Seems like it's kind of a mistake now, but maybe the opportunity will arise where he can make all of those Banelings and actually still do okay. And certainly, like I said, like he has been getting to like 25, 30 mutas, and he has just been making Bunny just, I don't know, fall apart, right? So whether or not he had upgrades, Bunny would still fall apart to losing his production in the main base or losing his third base to counterattacks.
Yeah.
But that's still quite a upgrade difference.
Yeah, it is. Well, in the end, you kind of have to think about this situation as like 3-3 versus 2-2. That's how you're gonna have to think about it, and think, well, Muta Baneling can do fine on 2-2 against 3-3. So I guess that's kind of the mentality he's going for. I mean, if you have enough Banelings, it doesn't really matter too much. You know, they don't really care. They just two-shot Marines no matter what.
Yeah, that's certainly true. It's It's not been the case though. Like for the most part, Snute's been putting most of his gas in the Mutas and then getting a ton of Lings that in the past, like 10 games ago, were heavily upgraded. They got faster upgrades, in fact, than Bunny, like faster 2-2, but the exact opposite in this case. But still, that Muta count's getting really scary. It's up to 24, and Bunny's not really been able to apply a ton of pressure, so even the creep spread's getting a little scary.
Oh, he's losing a Thor on the map. That's a big problem.
Yeah, bit of a bad rally there.
Oh wow, killing the rocks is actually really, really sweet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Bunny, I saw didn't quite break them down entirely, and I thought maybe he would find an opportunity to use it. Instead, Snute does.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. We've never played the map before, you know, realizing, okay, maybe that's not such a good idea. Okay, a little push by Bunny. He's gonna take the 4th out. But I think overall that's still nice for Snute because he's taking out the 3rd. Like nobody's fighting there.
Yeah. And yet again, we had a situation where Bunny's going to feel pressure to go on to creep, you know, instead of the slow push that could actually get you something done here. So the 4th snipe was nice, but he can't push any farther up a ramp into what is a Morphin Banelings. He can secure his 3rd again, though, and he scans to make sure that wasn't the 2nd 4th, we shall call it, and it's not just transferring over somewhere else. So maybe feeling okay about his position.
Well, he's in a good spot now. I actually kind of expected Snute to do a little bit more from this position. Either he could have counterattacked like harder and just leave Banelings at home, or he could have wrapped around the army that took out the 4th. I think then Snute would have been in a really, really good position, but from here, Bunny now is quite happy about this. His 3 base versus 3 base, he got his 3-3 started, not even 2-2, you know, in the making for Snute. So this is... Now Snute is kind of on a timer. He needs to definitely make something work with his like lower tech army.
Did he get Burrow? He did get Burrow. So we've been seeing a lot of really cool burrowed Banelings, so maybe he'll have to start relying on that a little bit. But as he starts to clear up the creep, does have to run away from Banelings, so actually the scan's kind of wasted, doesn't get the alive creep tumors. This rush that we were talking about earlier is really going to come into effect. But Snute just kind of being relentless with the Mutas again. If he can get the Mutas at the reduction, Bunny does start to kind of tilt a little bit and isn't quite ready to clean it up. It buys him a ton of time too. Recall that his upgrades are quite poor still.
Yeah, well the problem Bunny has, he was a little bit too greedy with not getting enough turrets, I feel. Like he should have had some more defensive minds at home, as like throw down like 6 more turrets. And then suddenly it becomes like really annoying to do Muta harass because you need to have your eyes on the Mutas all the time.
Yeah. Oh wow, Snute taking it to Bunny here, but a lot of the Banelings go on the Thor, so most of the Marines live.
Yeah, that was an excellent trade for Bunny, I feel. So much gas wasted for Snute. Overall supply, Snute is still ahead, but it's only 16 Banelings.
Oh no!
And so many Mutas. So many Mutas dead.
Yeah, he was at 25, back down to 15. Does have 6 more on the way, and of course those 2 on upgrades we've been seeing throughout the series. Still consistent, but Bunny's... I guess Bunny still has a lot of creeps ready to go through. We never really get to clean all of it up and have a direct attack to Snute's 3rd. A drop of the 4th that was cleaned up fairly easily, I think. I think it killed some drones, but he just remakes them real quick like here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I got distracted a little bit. I think overall, Bunny is in a really sick spot now because he has 3-3 done versus 1-1.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Has Snute just given up entirely on getting 2-2? Just like this is better spent just making as many Banelings as possible or something?
Well, I'm not sure if I really agree with that decision. I think it's more maybe fatigue showing right now that he's players making mistakes, because now it's 2-2 stars. It didn't really make much sense that, like, it's not like he went for a very committed, like all-in kind of situation where he thinks, okay, I'm just gonna cut corners. So I think he just forgot about it.
It's too bad. This is on creep. Like it's not really been the case of cleaning up so much creep that it's impossible, but the splits at the end were really good. The Thors still live. A couple Marauders took up even more Banelings. Round 2 is kind of ready for Snute, but he's used most of that gas. Only 13 more Banelings are on the way. The Mutas do have to come home, and maybe with that he'll be able to clean this up. I think so.
Well, it depends. It depends how the splits are, but there's a lot more Banelings coming.
Yeah, it doesn't need to almost turn in too soon with those Mutas. That was really scary, but here they come now. There we go. Magic box a little bit too. There we go. And he cleans it up. I mean, Snute is still in a supply lead. He's had that 4th secured. You know, only that snipe was kind of forever ago at this point. And while the upgrades have been amazing for Bunny this entire time, he's never really been able to capitalize on it.
Well, I think the issue is he couldn't really make up his mind to like either he should have went back and just deal with the Mutas, or he should have, you know, started to clear creep and like slowly push towards the third. Instead, he was kind of in panic mode, seeing the Mutas taking home out all the reinforcements at home, and thought, okay, I'm gonna have to make something happen now. I'm gonna have to take out this space as quickly as possible. But attacking into that choke point on creep is just nothing you really want to do as Terran. So I think he just needed a little bit more confidence. Just either go home or like keep slow pushing and keep with the Mutas slowly at home.
It's kind of been the name of the game here for the past couple of games. That's why Bunny, I thought, was like hoping to see some change of like a Hellbat push, or yeah, even Mac would have been cool to see. That he's just been, if the Mutas get a little bit out of control and the counterattacks start to happen and Snute start to get into the groove, Bunny just can't deal with that well, no matter what other advantages he has, a 40 supply lead, an upgrade lead, like composition, really composition. Just no matter what, Mutas get out of control, Bunny seems to really falter.
Yeah, well, I think that's the issue I was talking about. Maybe that it's harder for Terran to like keep playing to their best ability because they have to do so many things. But hopefully Bunny will be able to recover the next games. He still has 3-3, but now 2-2 is finished for Snute, so that advantage is diminishing. And I don't really see Bunny coming back too hard into this game anymore now.
No. He's managed to secure a 4th base with his main command center, which usually doesn't happen. Lings start to run into these ones. It's kind of like a little desperate looking when your 4th is not a planetary. But it's been where he's from attacking from, so it's kind of like a case of defend and attack. But as soon as Bunny loses out in other engagements, it's like he's gonna go right to the 4th, kill the 4th, go into the natural. Like Bunny has like one more chance, I think, to do something with an army that's good, and then if he doesn't do it, then it's probably game over.
Yeah, he has a decent sized army, but if you look at the map, like the left side of the map is just completely open for Snute to do just whatever he wants to, basically. Snute hasn't realized it yet, but finally going into the third with Mutas, and there's like absolutely nothing Bunny can do about it. Instead, he goes for the counter attack again. But if he wants to make anything happen here, once again, he's gonna have to fight on creep. And I think he should start pre-splitting basically now, because else the Baneling touch is not do too much. Oh my god,
no.
Oh, these two of them, the other two, there we go!
Oh god.
Snute is so good at that burrow play.
Okay, that's gonna be a queen up. And that's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing Bunny can do anymore. Yeah, I feel like he just needs, like, he was in a really good spot this game. He just needed more confidence to deal with the Mutas. Like he played like he was on a timer, when in my opinion Snute was the player on the timer considering the upgrades. So Bunny just needed to relax, like polish up his defenses, and then go for like one really big push while he has like 4 mines at home, a few turrets, like 10 marines to deal with the Mutas, and then push with all the rest, and he's fine.